The very first impression that Sakayanagi leaves on the readers happens in the Volume 5 first-year arc, where she was shown sitting on the chair while the other students were standing in anticipation of the sports festival. She undoubtedly looks cute and majestic, but her cane and her inability to participate in the sport festival overshadow her cuteness. Some of you might still not know, but Sakayanagi was born with congenital heart disease, a rare medical condition caused by structural problems with the heart. There are around 35 types of CHD, and we didn't know which type Sakayanagi had, but she did have the common symptoms such as fast breathing and slow weight gain. There is only one among 100 babies who is born with congenital heart disease, and even if most of the time the cause is unknown, there is a 3 times increased risk of CHD if one of the parents also has it. Since we have no idea who Sakayanagi's mother is and whether she is still alive or not, we can assume that Sakayanagi's heart condition is hereditary from her mother, but it also could be caused by her mother's lifestyle. Coincidence or not, Volume 0 mentions that President Sakayanagi is the same age as Atsuomi, and Atsuomi became a father when he was 36, so if Sakayanagi's mother is the same age as her husband, that means she was around 35 when she got pregnant. While it's just some minor drawback, getting pregnant for a woman over 35 has a higher rate of getting gestational diabetes. And one possible reason that caused CHD is uncontrolled diabetes during pregnancy, so at least that explains why Sakayanagi was born with it. Fortunately, with proper treatment and medication, congenital heart disease is actually treatable, so Sakayanagi could live into adulthood. However, moving to the real question, is it possible for Sakayanagi to get pregnant? To save your time, the answer is yes, she can, but there are a lot of things we need to consider before the baby is born. For starters, let's not imagine a scenario where Ayanokoji is the father of the baby, because with her small figure and heavy breathing, I don't think it's a good idea to present her with Ayanokoji's T-Rex. Although so far we have a 100% survival rate for anyone who tries it, it's always better to not take any risk and play it safe, because even without the T-Rex, there are some cases where someone with CHD actually lost their life during pregnancy, especially if they have severe CHD. Since Sakayanagi cannot even walk properly, there is a good chance she will end up in a wheelchair before she even gets pregnant, so it's better for her to avoid Ayanokoji. Moving to the next problem, we didn't know what type of CHD Sakayanagi has. According to research, the risk of pregnancy for CHD sufferers naturally goes higher depending on their CHD severity. Fortunately, so far we have never seen Sakayanagi having a heart attack or suddenly collapsing inside the school. And if she was allowed to live in a dormitory where she has no one to take care of her, we could assume that her CHD is considered minor, or at least at a level not to be worried about. With that in mind, Sakayanagi should have no problem giving birth, but still with a certain degree of risk. To prevent a sudden heart attack or the possibility of the baby born premature, it's strongly suggested for the mother to consult with a doctor and get a regular checkup. It will cost a lot, but thankfully Sakayanagi's family is rich. We didn't know what kind of rich they are, but their family is well known in the political and economical world, so money shouldn't become a problem for her. If they actually have so much money, then it is also possible to have a test tube baby instead of a natural pregnancy. By only taking Sakayanagi's egg cell and forming the embryo outside her body, she could pay Komuro to carry the embryo for 9 months, so the baby will be biologically hers. I think this is actually the safest way for Sakayanagi to have a child, so there is no need for her to get pregnant for real. Needless to say, it's 100% up to her whether she wants to pass on her genius genes or not. And even if she chooses natural pregnancy, the advanced medical technology should be enough to eliminate any risk for her and her baby. But still, are you willing to take the risk of losing her?